Alright guys, we're here today with this week's Tuesday night champion, iryche. Why don't you say hello?
What's up, guys?
Alright, so let's jump in with the same question we ask everybody when we start these. Why'd you choose this deck?
I chose the Teller Knights because I just feel comfortable with them because I'm so used to Constellars, and they have a really good matchup against pretty much anything not Clifford's.
Okay. So the first question, outside of the generic question, would be why double Alsham and why double Delteros?
Double Alsham is because I needed another Satellar Knight name, and the new one coming out in Secrets of Eternity, Rigel, he isn't out yet, so otherwise I'd use him over Alsham, and the 1000 bird damage it builds up.
Okay.
And then the Delteros, I just felt 2 was comfortable. I mean, 1 just seems too, like, it's too little, and 3 just seems like it's too much.
Okay, that's good enough reason. Why the rank up route for the deck?
The rank up route is something that I actually came up today. I know it's not, rarely anybody plays rank up Satellars, so I guess I decided to try something new. I mean, it has the versatility of the original Satellars with the rank 4 toolbox, but with quick chaos, I can go into the sea monsters, which all have really good effects.
Well, you caught me off guard, that's for sure. Alright, next question would be, did you feel 3 call was enough? I don't understand what that question is, Fresh, but did you feel 3 call was enough? Did you ever wish you had Oasis? Oh, I should finish the question.
I thought 3 Call the Haunted was enough. I mean, I'm not really a big fan of Oasis in the first place, even though it is, in my opinion, better than Call of the Haunted.
Okay.
I feel that 4 Revival would get clogging.
Alright. So I think that covers it for the main deck. I think really the main talking point was the rank up, actually. Wait, he says there's a question about Honest. So maybe why did you choose Honest?
Well, I mean, Honest is such a good card. I mean, I know there's a lot of Teller Knight players out there that say, oh, don't run Honest because there's not enough room. There's plenty of room for it. If you need to, make the deck 42 cards. I mean, it's just the mentality. Over 40 and more than 40 cards, it's just so big. I mean, so what if you have 2 Honest in your deck? So what if you have 42 cards? It doesn't make that big of a difference. And like I said, Honest is such a good card. I mean, it saved my butt so many times.
Yeah, I don't see a problem with it myself. But okay, that's it for the main deck. Let's move on to the side deck. And there is one initial question that just jumps out, which is why an incomplete side deck?
Honestly, I kind of forgot the last 2, but I felt like I covered the meta pretty well, so I guess I just forgot the last 2.
So how did you feel about your Shadow matchup? I'm not sure. I don't think there was a Shadow deck in the event tonight, but you didn't know that beforehand. So how did you feel about it?
Shaddolls, I was pretty confident. I mean, with the rank 4 availability that Tellers have, you can, I don't know, pretty much counter whatever they do. I mean, the big problem, and I think, is Winda, because you can only special summon once per turn, and that's huge to the deck. And that's also why I want Rigel to come out sooner, because his effect, he's already at 1900, but he can discard a monster to go up to 2400, and that's enough to get over Winda. So.
For sure. So you definitely like the deck looking forward a little bit better than now.
Yeah, definitely.
Okay. As far as the extra deck, I don't see anything that stands out other than the question that Fresh asked earlier. But is there anything that you want to talk about in the extra deck?
It's pretty generic. Abyss, Castell, Omega, etc.
Mm-hmm.
I've found I haven't had much use for Ragnar Infinity, but 101. I mean, you can take a monster, attack, they take 2100, activate the quick play rank up that I have in the deck, inflict 2800, and then grab something later. I mean, that's also why the rank ups are there, because it allows for OTKs. I mean, versus my Clifford matchup, I had I attacked with 101, used rank up into C101 for 5900 alone. So
it definitely got you there. I definitely got you there.
Yeah.
I do remember, actually, I want to say it was your second game, if I'm not mistaken, that you played the Clifford matchup, correct?
Yep.
And I remember after the matchup, when you were reporting the score, you said, well, that was the matchup I was most fearful of. I got through it. So that's generally a question we ask you, which deck are you most fearful of? But I guess we kind of covered that. So talk about maybe what was the most difficult match you played tonight? Maybe the most fun? Anything interesting you saw?
I'd say the most difficult matchup was probably the Cliffords, mainly because I was scared of Vanity and Skill Drain, both of which 95% of Clipboard players main. And I know I have 3 MST, 3 Alpha, but that can only do so much. The most interesting matchup was probably the finals. I haven't trash talked that much with someone in so long. It kind of felt nice to do it, just because he wouldn't get offended. But it also looks bad on my part because I said all that stuff.
Well, there was a lot of that tonight, it seems, and it's definitely not what we aim to do. This is first and foremost just for guys to have fun, just play Yu-Gi-Oh. But I'm glad you were a good sport about it. I didn't think you were too out of the way. So are there any final thoughts on the deck, night, looking forward? Well, I guess you already mentioned Rigel's your big, shooting point.
Yeah. I'd say in the future I'm looking forward to probably evolving the rank up deck, because I think recently there was Corey McDuffie or whatever his name is. He topped using Scythe control, and I just feel that rank up Stellar Knights aren't very common. They're really, really rare, because once again, that's the mentality of the community. They don't want to change any of the decks that are effective now. But I believe if enough work is put into making the rank up tellers better, I feel like it could be a meta shift if people do it right.
Well, you did mention that it was rare, and I can vouch for you. This is the first time I've seen a rank up Stellar Knight deck. Quite interesting. I'm glad you had success with it. But I'm also gonna say on behalf of the rest of the staff as well, congrats on this is your first title win.
Yep.
Awesome. Well, congrats. And also don't forget to go to the trophy room and look at your trophy in there.
Okay.
Thanks for coming out. And guys, that's the interview. We'll see you next week.
See ya.